am Dr. Michael Vincent, and I have a great show for you today. On today's show, you're going to learn that my philosophy is that disease is 87% emotion and 13% nutrition. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Vincent. I'm here to discuss the true epidemic in the Black church, which is diabetes and obesity. What I'm finding in my practice, the patients I'm seeing with diabetes is loss of eyesight, blindness, loss of limb, a leg or foot, amputation, erectile dysfunction, hypertension, kidney failure, heart attack and stroke. And diabetes has a friend. It's called obesity and a cousin called hypertension. This is the true epidemic in the Black church. I teach my students the sickest place on Sunday at 12 noon is the Black church. The diabetes, the hypertension, the obesity. I'm here to bring to you some good news. We got something called seed nutrition. Seed nutrition. Go back to the seed. I teach a course called Therapy Systems, something I created. It talks about that the seed of disease, the seed of diabetes, is lack of sweetness ancestrally. That diabetes is 87% thought and 13% nutrition. You will learn as you watch us, people who are diabetic for 6.5 years, taking blood sugar 400 to 600, 6.5 years, A1C 13 to 18.2, very, very high, 6.5 years, taking metformin twice a day, plus glucophage twice a day, plus insulin once a day, and the blood sugar stayed at 400 to 600, and the A1C stayed 13 to 18 for 6.5 years. When she learned the true seed of her diabetes was the thought of lack of sweetness, the thought of lack of sweetness, of being slavery ancestral, the thought. You're gonna hear testimony. He took something called a Vincent vibration water and addressed the thought, the seed of her diabetes. Overnight, her blood sugar went down to 89 without medication, overnight, off of all medications. We have some seed nutrition that we used that people are getting rid of diabetes in 2 weeks. So please join us, follow us, and learn how to change your life. I have Tawana on the phone, the worst diabetic I've ever met as a doctor. Her blood sugar was 400 to 600 for 6.5 years. Taking metformin twice a day, it didn't lower it. They added glucophage to that regimen, didn't lower it. Added insulin to that, didn't lower it. So taking 5 medications per day. And the blood pressure still remained 400 to 600, 6.5 years. When I met her, she was depressed. When I met her, actually at the library, they typed out a suicide note. To want to tell the listeners what you were going through when I met you, please, you don't mind?
Well, when I met you, I had become actually the disease. I had become a diabetic person. I had given into the disease. So I felt like I was defeated because I was constantly taking Edinor medication. So like you said, I was taking 5 different medications, 2 metformins, 2 glucophage, and 1 insulin shot. I did not see myself living without taking this medication because that's what the doctors told me. In fact, when I met you, I had just came from the doctor a couple of days before that, and they were talking about adding more medication on to what I was currently taking. Every time I go to the doctor, they would immediately send me to the hospital to try to get my blood sugar down from the 400 to 600 range. It would never go down. So when I met you, I was very highly depressed. I was, like I said, defeated. My foot was black. All my toes were leaning to the side, and all my toenails were black. I'm a caramel complexion. And when I went to the library just to get out the house, just to get some mental clarity, get on the computer and write out what I needed to write out. When the two ladies invited me to your class, I'm just like, they were saying that, you know, it was a class to repair your body. And I'm like, ain't nobody going to repair my body. So anyway, when I went to the class, you actually told me that I was diabetic without me telling you. So I'm looking at you like, how did you know that? You know? So then you told me there was ancestral in my bones. And I took the solution that it was a 7 immediately. Now it's a 6.5. I still go and get my blood work done every 3 months. However, I'm on no medication. I am not, the doctor said, congratulations, you are no longer diabetic. I got that in my medical file. I get a copy of all my medical files when I go to the clinic. And my blood sugar has not gone up. So Dr. Vincent helped me to regain my life, regain hope. He gave me a second chance. If I had not met Dr. Vincent, I probably wouldn't be here today.
Hey, Tawana, let's recap. So I met you on a Wednesday. You took a special water that I make that folks can buy, and you did the technique that I'll teach folks to do. And you were on 5 medications, on metformin twice daily, glucophage twice daily, insulin once daily, and your blood sugar went down to 89 overnight. Therefore, you became non-diabetic overnight. Am I saying this correctly?
Yes, overnight.
Then
Overnight.
also about 3 months later, you called me. Now you lost, how much weight did you lose, Tawana?
75 pounds.
In 90 days. In 90 days.
In 90 days.
And you called me because something else was going on in your life that I didn't know what was going on. I was shocked. You called me 90 days later after your office visit with your doctor about your thyroid gland. Why did you call me about that, Tawana?
Dr. Vincent didn't know that I had a thyroid problem. I had my thyroid, I drank the iodine solution in 1995, so my thyroid was dormant, they said, and I was going to have to take Synthroid every day for the rest of my life. I wouldn't be able to live without it. Anytime I go without Synthroid, I would feel very sluggish. I wouldn't have any energy. I couldn't get out the bed. I would just be miserable. You know, mean, attitude, emotions everywhere. Well, I had not experienced that. Since I was drinking the vibration water, I had not experienced any of those symptoms. I had a lot of energy and everything. So when I went to the doctor to get my blood work done, they said your T3 and T4 is fine. Your thyroid is wonderful. It's doing fine. I'm like, my thyroid doing fine? They said, yeah. At that moment, I remember I had ran out of pills like 2 or 3 months ago. And I had not had a Synthroid pill in my body. And it didn't realize it because I didn't have any symptoms. So I immediately, when I left the clinic, I called Dr. Vincent and was like, Dr. Vincent, my thyroid T3 and T4 was fine. And he, was like, what's going on with that? And I told him because he didn't know. And I was so ecstatic. I am no longer on any medication at all.
So now you're on Synthroid, rest of your life. You're on metformin, rest of your life. Glucophage, rest of your life. And insulin, rest of your life. When you decided to change the thought pattern in your body, I teach that disease is 87% thought and 13% nutrition. You reverse it all?
Yes.
And I want the listeners to hear this well. There's an epidemic called diabetes in our community, the Black community. And I see a lot of people after their limbs are cut off. A lot of people, after they went blind, or heart attack or stroke, or kidney failure. And we now have a product made from seeds. Seeds. One has black cumin seed in it. Seeds that I put my patients on, plus A vitamin D. And we get testimonies, folks, with these seeds nutrition. Contact us to find out how to get it. Seed nutrition. And 10 days off of all medication for diabetes with a seed nutrition. I had one fella after diabetes was going, he said, Doc, these products are expensive. I said, so if you could spend $200 to get your vision back after you're blind, would you do that? Would you spend $200 to get your legs back, your kidneys back, your brain from a stroke back, or $200 to get your heart back, heart attack, or $200 to gain 9 years of your life back? Because if you're diabetic, you live 9 years less than anybody else. I think $200 to me is a good deal. So folks, contact us. We have the seed nutrition. It's powerful. For diabetes folks, I see nothing like it. It's a seed nutrition. It comes in pouches, plus a vitamin D spray, folks. It's powerful. Contact us, folks. Anybody that's diabetic who want to lose the weight, lose the hypertension, and get their life back, folks, contact us. I want to thank you, Tawana. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
You're welcome, Dr. Vincent. Can I say one thing?
Yes, ma'am.
I would pay $1 million to feel like I feel now.
Wow.
You have helped me with God's help, through God's anointing, to have a new life. I have transitioned and I feel good. And there ain't no amount of money. It's not a lot of money to get your health back.
And Tawana, when I met you, Tawana, I looked at you and I saw a woman that was depressed, and I saw a woman that was suicidal.
Yeah.
Were you suicidal when I met you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That had enough. If people,
I had enough.
If people that hear my voice and diabetic, you had enough of taking your medications, contact us for the seed nutrition. Or had enough of being hypertensive, contact us. Had enough of being overweight, contact us. I tell people, like doing the seed nutrition, it reduces the risk of going blind, losing a limb, a heart attack, a stroke, and you men with diabetes, it's causing erectile dysfunction. The seed nutrition, folks, also replace that down below where you get an erection again. Contact us. Thank you, Tawana. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We'll be back after this message.
Everyone wants to be healthy, and we should be. Our Creator designed an amazing, complex system intended to allow our body to heal itself if we give it what it needs. For example, if you cut your finger, it bleeds, a scab forms, and it heals. However, when our body does not receive what it needs, it begins to talk to us. It talks to us through symptoms or physical manifestations of disease. So, if your body is talking to you, you need to listen to Dr. Michael Vincent. Start your wellness journey today. Visit Dr. Vincent's website at www.vincentclinic.com or dial toll-free 888-842-3935 or 888-84-BEWELL. Be well.
I'm Dr. Michael Vincent. I got another great, gorgeous guest for you. Her name is Anita, one of my students and one of my business partners in the seed company.
Yes.
Anita, now I met you at a size 22 in April.
Yes.
And I challenged you on July 19th of this year to do my weight loss program with the seed nutrition,
Yes.
knowing that you was a size 22 dress size. Knowing that you had an issue with arthritis, can hold your newborn grandchild, and a history of lupus, I challenged you to do a 3-week intermittent fasting, eating 11 to 1, 5 to 7, eat what you want to eat.
Yes.
And what happened?
Oh, Dr. Vincent, first of all, thank you so much for allowing me to come onto your show. My name is Anita Brown. I am a registered nurse for over 30 years. And yes, Dr. Vincent, multiple challenges with systemic lupus, and that was diagnosed actually 1 year before I graduated nursing school. So this
30 years
is
ago?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So this isn't something that has just happened overnight. Over time, especially first being diagnosed with systemic lupus, it affected my heart, kidneys, and lungs.
Wow.
So it was pretty challenging, and at 21 years old. So there was a lot of challenges that I had. One being high blood pressure, having some side effects with congestive heart failure. Another with my kidneys, having extremely high creatinine levels, being very compromised. Issues with my lungs, with edema. I mean, just in the sense of trying to even practice nursing. So I was like on both sides of the bed per se. But over the years, I've always battled with obesity. Because of the lupus, they had me on prednisone, and of course steroids. They always kept that's what was able for me to move. Now, fast forward multiple years later, trying multiple different programs, just really not being successful in losing weight. But it wasn't until just about the pandemic when I just said enough was enough. Just was going through a major life transition, and in that transition, I made a decision, I want my life back. So I began at that time, it was like, almost size 26 at one point in my life. So what I started doing was just changing my lifestyle, changing the different types of things that I ate, tried different programs, even to the point where doing the injectables and having appetite suppressant. But the only thing about that, Dr. Vincent, once you stop those programs, the weight comes back. The weight comes back. But before the weight came back, that's when I met you. And I said, I gotta try. I was just listening to the other health alternative strategies that you provide in your therapies. It changed my life. Now, Dr. Vincent, I was, like you said, I was intermittent fasting.
Size 22.
Yep, at that time, size 22. So my goal was size 10. And I said, okay, I got to do this. So intermittent fasting, ate my first meal between 11 and 1, second meal between 5 and 7.
And that came out of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Really?
Jesus Christ told folks, eat that time. Keep going.
Wow, that's amazing. And I just did what you recommend with your program. The seed-based nutrition products are amazing because what it did, it allowed for these nutrients to be dense, just to target. It felt like they just laser targeted my areas with rheumatoid arthritis. Like you said, I could even pick up my own grandbaby. I could pick them up, but it always felt I would just want to drop. I would drop them because of the joint pain. But with these amazing products, it began to replace. You know what, Dr. Vincent, so much so. Now, as a doctor, and I know the nursing profession out there, there's a level called CRP. Dr. Vincent, that level has always been 51 or higher, because that means just so much arthritis activity. But since being on these products, Dr. Vincent, that level is down to 2.
So it means it's almost gone.
It means it's almost gone. I'm able to move. I'm able to I have my life back. It's just been amazing. Now, as far as the arthritis, there's a couple products in there. Has a lot of different powerful, because like you're saying, the seed, you were saying earlier in the segment that the seed is 20 to 30% more.
No, not percent. 30 times.
30 times.
more potent.
30 times more potent. Well, to be honest, to me, that's 300 times.
And it's the thing. Then a CBD oil, essential oils,
Yes.
the root, the leaf, the juice, it all comes from a seed.
Right.
You can find no product more powerful than the product we use right now.
Right.
Nothing more powerful.
Right.
So you lost your lupus.
Yes.
Tell them what happened with that.
Oh gosh. Now, as far as
30 years of lupus.
30 years of lupus,
Hey, tell them what happened with that. 3 weeks. Go ahead.
it's just totally life-changing because even so much so, and I'll have to say this because I think I called you and I said, Dr. Vincent, I can't meet with you going to Chicago because you know what I did? These products are so amazing just out of habit because I was taking my lupus medication
30 years?
for 30 years. It's just a habit. I took the medicine, but not knowing the seed was also doing what it needed to do. It increased the medicine. So when I did my lab work, it really dropped my values. So it's very important to note when you start the seed-based nutrition, you want to just work with your doctor.
Yes.
Because so you can decrease those medications. So
What happened?
no more medication, no more lupus
And
medication.
that's the thing. If I get a patient coming to me that's hypertensive
Yes.
or diabetic, they don't know their blood pressure levels
Right.
or their sugar levels and take their medication without knowing it, I do not give them the seed nutrition. Because it turns into normal.
Yes.
If I take your medication being non-diabetic, I could die.
Right.
You follow me? Because
Yes.
you follow me? Too low.
Right.
Too low. It will drop it to normal.
Exactly.
So now, another thing. I met her on April 19th of this year here in Atlanta. And I challenged her to do a 3-week weight loss program before my class in Chicago. I'm in Chicago, checking in, and this gorgeous lady said, "Hi, Dr. Vincent." I thought, "Do I know you?" She said, "I'm Anita." I was embarrassed.
Yes.
10 dress sizes in 3 weeks.
Yes.
How does that feel?
Oh, Dr. Vincent, it feels amazing because in essence, I lost 20 pounds
Now,
in 21 days.
I have on this mic. I don't know if they can see it that well.
Yeah, those pants, I used to feel those pants. That was size.
She lost a
26.
whole person. You lost a whole person.
Yeah, over 100 pounds. And I tell you, it's like, just like the young lady was saying about diabetes. Dr. Vincent, the value and what you brought into my life, and again, as a registered nurse, it's like, so I'm used to the science of things and being taught, okay, it's the medication. Please don't get me wrong, medication is good values for, especially in emergency situations. But when you begin to open your mind and be open to alternative health strategies, that's what I view your entire program.
Exactly. Now, you know my philosophy. We have something going on now. It's not weight. We're talking about this COVID-19. And you know that I preach that if you have a high enough vitamin D levels,
Yes.
and Dr. Fauci said it too, levels, that the chances you getting sick from that virus is kind of low.
Correct.
And I get folks coming to me, Dr. Vincent, I have normal vitamin D levels. Mine's 40. It's normal for Caucasians. If you're black, normal is 70.
Right.
It's 70. And you had a vitamin D level what?
Oh,
Initially,
gosh.
what was it?
My initial vitamin D3 level, it was 9.
Now, and this is the thing here. I have a friend of mine who's a researcher at my nemesis. I'm from Michigan, folks. Ohio State University.
Yes.
And last year, he is a researcher. He works in a laboratory. He looked at all the labs. I said, "Who's dying of COVID-19?" He said, "Black folks." I said, "Black folks?" He said, "Black folks 9 to 1. Black folks." And I called him back. I said, "What are the vitamin D levels?" None. The 0, 14, 10, none.
Yes.
And so I share with you that you need to raise your vitamin D levels. I gave you a product made from seed.
Correct.
Because if you did it your medical way, it took you years to get there, probably 4 or 5 years to get it up that high.
Yeah, matter of fact, it was 32. But that was after the doctor had me to take oral supplements.
For how long?
Oh, years.
Years. 32. Now, 32, and we put you on to try this new seed nutrition made from seeds.
Correct.
Vitamin D from seeds, not from sheepskin, from seeds, and tomato seed attached to it.
Yes.
And what happened?
Oh, my goodness.
2 weeks, what happened?
In 2 weeks. Okay, now the normal instructions are to take this, and it's a spray. So that means it's going to hit your cells, hit your body immediately. Once a day. Now, I knew after hearing that call, and again, Dr. Vincent, I really want to appreciate you because you connect this community with outstanding people who are in their field, top notch. You expose us, and I was exposed. These are areas that even as a registered nurse that I've never been exposed to before. But after hearing that call with the researcher, and I started the new vitamin D3, the spray, I did it twice a day. After 2 weeks, I went back to my doctor, and that 32, now my level is 89.
It went up 57 points in 2 weeks, and it would take you 10 years the other way.
Exactly. Now, which one you want to try?
Now, another thing, we get testimonies, you're a nurse, I'm a doctor, testimonies of women taking the seed nutrition and not having hot flashes.
Oh my gosh. Yes, yes, absolutely. Now, I tell you, it's amazing. Can I just share some of the things that I lost with this?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, first of all right, so now you said hot flashes, so I got to expose my age. All right. But you know what? Before I wasn't proud of that, I'll be honest. But I'm proud to say I just recently turned 53 years young, but I feel 35.
Yeah, and you look 35.
Thank you. I feel 35. Dr. Vince, I lost the menopause, the hot flashes. My sleep is better. Not only that, my digestion. You know, there's another product along with this program that's involved with your gut health. I mean, it's so key. It's vital because I wasn't digesting life.
It's made from seeds, right?
Absolutely.
All the same company. Contact Us folks, all the same. And it's the thing. Now, I have a friend whose daughter has severe menstrual cramps.
Okay.
And those are gone.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and for us men, we had a conference call one day, and the men were discussing how their diabetes went away in 10 days.
Really?
10 days. And then a conference call, about 30, 40 folks on the call. We had about 5 or 6 men and about 25 women. And the men started discussing that I got rid of my diabetes and got my erection back.
Wow.
For men to say that, ED gone.
Yeah.
ED gone with this product.
Yeah.
I mean, and my neighbor, had her talk to you, my neighbor, with MS. Tell them that testimony, you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all. You know, what is so powerful is because anyone that's living with a chronic condition, autoimmune disorders, systemic lupus, MS, multiple sclerosis, you referred this young lady to me to a sister. And we shared the same program, same seed-based products that I was using. Dr. Vincent, after 2 weeks, she said she's a single mom. Let me give you a little story. She's a single mom with 2 children, 10 and 12. She said, I gotta be around for my children. After 2 weeks of taking the products, her son said, Mom, you're up making us breakfast. And she hadn't even realized that she was able to do more as far as mobility.
And he asked her, was she okay, right?
He asked her if she was okay. And not only that, they had a family night. They actually went bowling. Now, of course, you've seen her and you knew her before, but Dr. Vincent, it did my heart incredible joy to hear that this young lady was getting her life back.
Yes.
And not only that, Dr. Vincent, she went to her doctor, they took her off the injectable medication for MS, changed it to the pill form.
And that's the thing here, because she was going down very quickly.
Yes.
The medical model way.
Yes.
Very, very quickly. So now, as a nurse, We witness people with diabetes going in 2 weeks. Witness people, blood pressures 190 over 100 down to 120 over 68 in 2 weeks.
Yes.
As a nurse, you witness hot flashes gone,
Yes.
menstrual cramps gone,
Yes.
pain. As a nurse and as a doctor, you witness somebody legally blind,
Yes.
couldn't see the big E on the eye chart.
Right.
He had 2200 vision.
Right.
Now he's in between 2020 and 2030 in 1 month
Yes.
with our program.
Right.
Now, do you see that in the hospitals happening? No.
No, you don't. And you know what, Dr. Vincent, what is so important, especially in our African American community, let's see what it says, you perish for lack of knowledge. Get the knowledge, get this information, because what we're sharing is life-changing. Dr. Vincent, my whole life has changed. It's been transformed. I have a life again. Not only that I'm living, but I'm thriving.
You know what? Then I decided for us to start a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Where they can pay a $10 per month, subscription to know how to lose the weight,
Okay.
to lose the diabetes, to lose the neck pain, back pain, sciatica, frozen shoulders,
Okay.
to get their life back. It's a down payment on your future, what it is.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? Knowledge is power. But not only just the knowledge, but you apply this. And see, Dr. Vincent, that's what your Thought Systems is teaching us. As a nurse, I didn't learn this in nurse. I wasn't taught this. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing, so I have a 4-year degree. I wasn't taught this. But it was amazing because once you learn a new strategy, a new technique, just a new way of thinking and how you can actually help yourself. Because what our bodies are created is to heal itself. Once you give your body what it needs and what it's lacking, by default, because God created our bodies to heal itself.
Exactly. Now, we're in the vibration or consciousness of COVID-19. Everybody's afraid. They're gaining weight.
Yes.
People are losing their lives. Everybody, please hear me well. Research vitamin D.
Yes.
Research it, YouTube it, do the research, raise yours high. We got the best one on the planet made from seed. Contact us, follow us. We're gonna do YouTube, our own YouTube page to teach you how to get your body back right. Back right. I see people that other doctors can't get well. I see people, you met the one person from DC. When we met her, a hard sight to see, right?
Yeah. It was
She had ulcers in her mouth for 4 months. She couldn't eat, couldn't swallow, couldn't talk, lost weight. And with the seed nutrition, with our technique, she got her life back.
Yes.
Maybe you listen to us saying that maybe, can this help me? I don't know. I have a question for you. Is what you're doing now helping you? How's your life now?
Well, it's to the point now, my son and my family are saying, Mom, where are you going this week? I mean, they have to, see, I used to always babysit, and I love my grandchildren, but now it's like, okay, I have a life again. I can travel. I can do things that I used to couldn't do. So it's just amazing.
Well, that person that's hearing you say that right now, that's at home with lupus, with MS, with diabetes, with the legs in pain, swelling, or loss of limb, sitting home with hypertension, obese, sitting home that's hopeless, what would you tell them to do?
Well, I can look at that camera right there because I definitely, I'm talking to you. And Dr. Vincent, is amazing because there are people out there, exactly what you were saying. What I would tell you is, there is hope. Look at me. If I always used to say, I don't look like half of what I've been through. But one thing I can tell you is, if you put the time in to yourself, because you know what, Dr. Vincent, it started with the key thing was forgiveness. And I had to forgive myself.
Exactly.
So if you have issues where you've made these mistakes and you just can't seem to turn it around, and you can consistently bash yourself, punish yourself, stop it. Stop it. Today is your day. It's a new day. Contact us, get involved with us, because you can really change your life.
It took you 3 things to get your life back. Time, energy, and money. It takes all 3. All 3. All 3.
And guess what? I'm worth it, and so are they.
Yeah, all 3. Yes.
We're worth it.
Contact us for Deceit Nutrition. Contact us to learn how to get rid of your pain in your body. Contact us to be gorgeous like her. 10 dress sizes in 3 weeks.
Man.
And I got so excited, folks. I bought me a new car. I got a logo on my front door with her picture on there.
Wow.
Saying that I got this picture on my car. Front door. Folks are stopping, blowing horns. On the back door, I got a picture of a fella with an arrow pointing towards her. I was a diabetic. I did what she did. I'm no longer diabetic.
Yeah.
Was saying that the risk of going blind, having ED, heart attack, stroke, the kidney failure are now gone.
Yeah. And you know what, Dr. Vincent, we talk a lot and we focus a lot on when we're sick and at the other part. But let's go to the opposite end. If you are quote unquote healthy, let's continue that. Let's talk prevention. These products are not just for someone that is sick. You want to improve your health. I mean, you know what I mean? I think a lot of times we focus and we wait. Don't wait.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a chiropractor by profession, and you've seen this technique in this with the Deceit Nutrition.
Absolutely.
Get rid of pain in 3 minutes, right?
Oh man, yes.
Now, hopefully, folks, you're going to hear from the queen called Sylvia Hood.
Okay.
Who's here listening.
Okay.
I call her the queen. I call her my 4-star general, because when she speaks, I say, hello, yes, ma'am. And
yes.
I met her in 2018. She came to a meeting on a walker. Wow. She's a guest in class. And she said, I rented this walker for my 50th anniversary AKA meeting. I had to rent a scooter for 2 weeks to go. She was on a cane, I think for like 3 years. I asked her a question. Do you want to get rid of it? She said, yes. And she said, no. I went on. She said, yes. Off it in 3 minutes. Then I come to find out that she had a problem with her stomach. I've been on antacids for, 50 years?
Oh, wow.
For 50 years. If you're this good, Dr. Vincent, follow me home. I took her home. I said, Sylvia, I cost $333 per hour to see me. You live an hour away. I said, I see $333. I laid her down. It was gone in 30 seconds, but I did an extra 5 minutes. 30 seconds, it was gone. And then, kind of found out that she had an accident where fractured her clavicle. She could only do this initially. After 8 months, got it to 90 degrees, 8 months, 90 degrees, and told her that's all you're gonna get. A frozen shoulder for 12 years, folks. 12 years.
Wow.
With this technique was unlocked in 3 minutes.
Wow.
So this is what we do. We help people get their life back. The Deceit Nutrition, your life back. The classes, their life back. And I'm so excited that God used me to bring this to the world.
Yeah.
To make folks' lives happier. You follow me?
Yeah. But you know what? Not only that, Dr. Vincent, the training and the classes you teach, this is something you say it all the time, it's a legacy. You can share this information, you can pass this down, teach your children, and then when you run into issues like this, because who knows what's going on with our society that you may not be able to get to a hospital, or if shipping or whatever, may not be able to get the medications.
I was on the phone with a friend last week, upset because his diabetes insulin haven't gotten in 2 months.
Wow.
The doctors tell him that because of the backlog of the chips, 2 months no insulin. This product would change that.
Absolutely.
Anita, how does it feel to be beautiful again? I want every woman to hear this. How does it feel?
Well, it feels amazing because you know what? Now, Dr. Vincent, I went and got a makeover at the MAC. And I tell you, this experience, Dr. Vincent.
Back up. Just a second. Back up.
Yeah.
This is in a part of Illinois. It is the capital of the Ku Klux Klan, this community. So I walk across the street, look, had the Dodge cars, right? Had the Dodge cars. When she came out, they all stopped for her like she's a queen. I was shocked. How did that feel?
Yeah, so that's the story that I'm leading with, because I'm letting you know when you lose the weight, like the 100 pounds that I lost, it was more than physical weight. It was emotional baggage. It was the stress I was carrying. If I could diverse most African American women, we carry the weight of the family.
You do.
You're concerned about, you want to make sure your spouse and your significant others, you want to make sure your children, your grandchildren, you got your community, you got the church, your church family. You're pulled in so many directions. God gifted us to just help or to empower, but we just do it, but we put ourselves, our health on the back burner. And when that happens, our health is affected, and that's what has happened.
So I asked you to fly in here from Atlanta, and I flew in from Michigan because I wanted to get this word to the black church.
Absolutely.
The sickest place on Sunday at 12 noon is the black church. The diabetes, the obesity, hypertension, the ED, the fiber, it's the black church. I think that we got something to offer the black church.
Absolutely.
And I think they're ready for it.
Yes.
I want to thank you,
Yes.
Miss Sexy Anita.
Well, Dr. Michael Vincent, I really appreciate, and again, anyone who's at the sound of my voice, contact us, send an email. We'll be happy. You have people that's on staff that can assist in consultations. You know, if you got questions, you know, contact us. Someone will get back with you. And
even the lady last night at the hotel, my smock, she said, well, that's impossible. It's very possible. Can you not gain 10 dressing sizes in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
I want to thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dr.
You're
Vincent.
welcome. Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Vincent. I'm here to discuss the true epidemic in the black church, which is diabetes and obesity. What I'm finding in my practice, the patients I'm seeing with diabetes is loss of eyesight, blindness, loss of limb, a leg or foot, amputation, erectile dysfunction, hypertension, kidney failure, heart attack and stroke. And diabetes has a friend. It's called obesity and a cousin called hypertension. This is the true epidemic in the black church. I teach my students the sickest place on Sunday at 12 noon is the black church. The diabetes, the hypertension, the obesity. I'm here to bring to you some good news. We got something called seed nutrition. Seed nutrition. Go back to the seed. I teach a course called Therapy Systems, something I created. It talks about that the seed of disease, the seed of diabetes, is lack of sweetness ancestrally. That diabetes is 87% thought and 13% nutrition. You will learn as you watch us, people who are diabetic for 6.5 years, taking blood sugar 400 to 600, 6.5 years, A1C 13 to 18.2, very, very high, 6.5 years, taking metformin twice a day, plus glucophage twice a day, plus insulin once a day, and the blood sugar stayed at 400 to 600, and the A1C stayed 13 to 18 for 6.5 years. When she learned the true seed of her diabetes was the thought of lack of sweetness, the thought of lack of sweetness, of being slavery, and just the thought. You're gonna hear testimony. He took something called a Vincent vibration water and addressed the thought, the seed of her diabetes. Overnight, her blood sugar went down to 89 without medication, overnight, off of all medications. We have some seed nutrition that we used that people are getting rid of diabetes in 2 weeks. So please join us, follow us, and learn how to change your life.
Everyone wants to be healthy, and we should be. Our Creator designed an amazing, complex system intended to allow our body to heal itself if we give it what it needs. For example, if you cut your finger, it bleeds, a scab forms, and it heals. However, when our body does not receive what it needs, it begins to talk to us. It talks to us through symptoms or physical manifestations of disease. So, if your body is talking to you, you need to listen to Dr. Michael Vincent. Start your wellness journey today. Visit Dr. Vincent's website at www.vincentclinic.com or dial toll-free 888-842-3935 or 888-84-BEWELL. Be well.
I'm Dr. Vincent. I have another special guest, Miss White. Miss White, you called me one day because your husband had COVID-19. Mm-hmm. He was very sick.
Right.
And I gave you a program to do. Mm-hmm. You guys were also on the seed nutrition, and he did something else, a program called the white sheet treatment. And overnight, what happened with your husband? How sick was he before?
He was extremely sick. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate the time here on the show. And as Dr. Vincent mentioned, my name is Kimberly White. And yeah, you're exactly right. My husband, it started with our 6th grader, my 11-year-old, actually caught COVID-19 from school and gave it to the whole family, so we all caught it. But for whatever reason, my husband, it took him the longest. And it was a temp that lingered on for over 14 days. And I remember reaching out to Sylvia Hood, and I was like, Sylvia, do you know of any type of, treatment, or what can we do? Because she introduced me to Vincent sanitizer spray. Mm-hmm. And then Sylvia she didn't respond right back, but the next day I get a call, and it was Dr. Michael Vincent. Mm-hmm. And Dr. Vincent was telling me about a treatment, and it's called the cold sheet treatment. And he was telling me exactly what I needed to do in that treatment. And I kid you not, my husband, we tried everything we could think of. But that treatment, the very next day, he was no fever. And the fever was completely gone.
And I asked her to tease you guys, and I tell you about the treatment. You follow us and learn. The treatment. And that same treatment is part of my serious disease program. That same treatment in the future, maybe even tomorrow, you may hear somebody that had the same diagnosis as Aretha Franklin that killed her with the seed products and that treatment with other things I had to do, the same diagnosis that killed Steve Jobs, Aretha Franklin. 33 days later, they couldn't find nothing. Treatment. What brings you here today? You took the seed product. What happened with you?
Yes. Oh my goodness. So with me, you know, with the seed products, like I say, I was introduced to it. And one thing about my husband and I, we're real big on health anyway. We have an LLC that's called It's All About the W, and it's about winning in every area of your life. And when you're talking about winning in every area of your life, Doc, it starts with your health. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything else. There's no way you can work on a marriage. There's no way you can work on, you know, anything else that you're wanting to do in life if you do not have your health. A pastor, you know, we really want to focus in a lot on the community, especially the Black community, especially churches, as you mentioned, Doc. You know, so when it comes to things of that nature, you have to make sure that your health is intact. If a pastor who is the one over that church, you know, is constantly having some type of illness and they are not eating the right type of food, what do you think happens to that flock? You know, your health is your wealth.
You're right.
And so with that being said, you know, it's all about the W. That's what we're talking about, winning in every area of your life, but it must start with your health. So with that being said, with the seed nutrition products, it's the best thing we have ever come across. And with that being said, I know one thing that my husband mentions, Tim White, he talks a lot about whey. You know, whey products is just not good. Well, how about with these products, there's no whey in it. It's nothing but seed-based.
Organic.
You're talking absolutely organic.
Organic, yeah.
And what's so amazing about it is you're dealing with kale, black cumin, I mean, wheatgrass, turmeric. So, you know,
tomato seed,
all of that. And so you
Watermelon
can't get
seed.
any better than that. And
Yeah.
so with that being said, Doc, you know, when I came across the products, it was in the midst of the COVID-19 again, you know, so with that being said, and I have to admit, because sometimes we have individuals that are like this as well, and it's okay. Sylvia Hood, she had actually given me the information going back to that sanitizer spray several months ago. I didn't do anything with it. A lot of us get information a lot of times, oh, you know, we put it to the side. But once we caught that COVID-19, I was rambling trying to find, where is this? Let me find the number. Let me find Sylvia Hood number. And called her, and that started this journey. You know, you never know why God placed certain people in your life and why you're doing the things that you're doing. But one thing I can say, it started with the spray, the very stand sanitizer spray, and then we got over to the rain products.
And that's the thing.
Those products?
That cold sheet treatment is something that you can pass down through all your generations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm telling you, with that cold sheet treatment, I was passing it down to just my other cousins and other people that have been dealing with COVID-19. But yes, this is also something we can pass down to my children. I have an 11-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 5-year-old. This is something that we need to know. And as one of my dear sister, Vernita, was just stating, there may come a time when we cannot go to the hospital. There may come a time where, you know, who's someone that has COVID-19, shortness of breath or whatever the case may be, they're not able to get to the place they're needing to get the treatments. Well, guess what? With this cold sheet treatment, you're able to have the outcome of being what? Healthy and whole and set free from COVID-19.
Now, would you recommend the churchgoers that's listening to us now, the pastors now, to connect with us with the seed nutrition, to connect with us with our training systems?
Totality, absolutely, doctor.
I mean, to learn about the cold sheet treatment, to learn about how to get rid of pain in seconds. You witnessed it, right?
I did. Yes, with my back. What was it? My neck, back and neck.
And also your friend in Michigan City.
Yes, yes, Joy in
Over the
Michigan
phone,
City.
over the phone.
Yes, oh my God. So my dear friend Joy in Michigan City, yes. Oh my, so she was dealing with some pain in her digestive system, like right in the stomach, the core of the stomach.
But
it was a knot.
A knot.
Yeah. a big knot.
A big knot.
In the stomach. And so got Dr. Vincent on the phone, and Joy was literally in front of her mirror, and she saw this knot as she was conducting the treatment.
Painful.
It was very painful. And she was getting ready to go and visit with her children, now her grandkids in Texas. And she was like, she would really love to not be in pain while she's with those grandkids. And so Dr. Vincent, you all, over the phone, conducted a treatment for my dear friend, my dear sister. And I kid you not, she was like, oh my gosh, I see the knot moving. It was moving, you all, from that location and to the point where it was moving downward and continually downward until she had a bowel movement and it moved it out. To the point where she is still, as of yesterday, I want to say she's coming back to Michigan City, but she's been having a blast for quite a few weeks here with her grandkids. No pain, no side effects, no anything. And she is so thankful to God for such a treatment and just how God is utilizing you, Dr. Vincent, to conduct this, because it helped her tremendously over the phone.
And that
no face-to-face.
It was 87% thought. And it's the thing.
It was.
And it's the thing I shared with her, that I had a student of mine that came to me after his sister had a knot, but the knot killed her. That knot was a clogged colon. She had a knot, the same knot she had. I said, I know this knot. And that's why I didn't let her leave the phone until we got rid of it.
I remember.
I said, look, we got to get rid of that knot over the phone. I said, I know this knot. He came, I lost my sister at age 50, had a knot in her abdomen, painful knot. She had a clogged colon, and she died from it.
Wow.
And she had a big bottle with it, did she?
Yes, she did. She did. You all, it was amazing of how she was, one day she was in this much agony of pain. And she tried different other, laxatives and different things. Because she was like, oh, if I could just go. But it wasn't, she had to get to the core of that, which was that knot.
Isn't it amazing
that was in the abdomen.
These phones are so amazing that you can send a text to all over the planet. These hands, you learn in class, these hands are seraphots. They have godlike powers. I said, I can send a treatment all over the whole planet, and I have. Your friend over the whole planet.
I remember, yeah.
You follow me? And so can you. So we teach this technique called therapy systems attached to a seed nutrition.
Yes.
So just imagine a church.
Oh my gosh. How, and then even just the weight management, how those, because in Mississippi, for instance, Mississippi is a huge obese state. So with that being said, to be able to come across those seed nutrition products, it would be phenomenal. How about
diabetes?
That too. Hello, Mississippi is a soul food state anyway. We know that, right? So with that being said, you think about seed nutrition. I know for me, I've dealt with depression and anxiety years ago. Okay, but now since we've had the pandemic and things of that nature, one thing I will tell you, if you don't watch yourself, it will try to come back and hunt you again, okay? And so I would say I end up experiencing a little bit of that at some point in time during the pandemic. Well, I would say with the seed nutrition products, for me, it has given me more energy. And also, you'll be amazed what I like to do with the products. First thing in the morning, I like to, drink water, a glass of water, and then I'm doing my seed nutrition, and then I have breakfast. But I realize when you pay attention to your body speaks to you if you listen. And so I can tell how my body is excited and love when those seed nutrients are going down my body. It's just amazing.
I'm thinking
I said, oh my gosh, what? It's the truth.
As a doctor, I had recommend that folks take the oils, other oils, the Young Living oils, which were good. Go take the root of something. Go take the leaf of something. Go take the juice of something. But when I realized that the seed is up to 30 times more potent, those things are no longer sufficient to me.
Yeah.
No longer to me. Nothing out there, folks. Your juice, your leaf, your Young Living oils, the CBD oils, none of that it no longer to me sufficient no more.
I agree. And I'm going to tell you this, Doc, and I'm just so excited and looking forward to when I go to the eye doctor in January. But I believe I believe my vision already getting better.
Back up. So
Seriously,
hold
I'm
up.
excited. Yeah.
So you've done my vision class?
Yeah, I've been doing your vision class. Yes, sir. I'm excited.
And you've been in that class. Everybody,
Yes, sir.
folks, hear me well. Follow us on YouTube. Follow us, folks. Follow us. Get in contact with us. Join us. So were you on that call that day when Mr. Taylor said, Dr. Vincent, the lady had COVID-19, migraine headache, at a 10, down her whole spine, over the phone. In 2 minutes, it was down to 0. You remember that day? Over the phone.
Awesome.
COVID-19, severe pain, over the phone
Gone.
with this technique.
Gone.
And Mr. Taylor said, Dr. Vincent, can we do vision tonight? I said, yes, of course. And I didn't know why. He said that I can't see the big E on the eye chart. In 5 minutes, we had it down to 20/30 vision in 5 minutes. Wasn't it? Over the phone.
Absolutely amazing. Yes, sir.
Can you imagine with the seed nutrition, because a special eye formula that I make and create, the seed nutrition and an eye formula, can you imagine how many folks legally blind, how many folks are having glaucoma, cataracts, wear glasses?
Yeah.
We can help
Yep.
in days.
In days. I'm loving it. It's exciting. You know what I mean? I know someone asked me before, Kim, why is it that how you keep your size down? Or what is it that you do different? Why? Why do you do what you do? I said, because I want to live. When you say to the point that you want to live, if you want to live, you will do whatever you need to do to make the manifestation as it is what you're saying. If you're saying that's what you want to do, okay, put in the action, whether it's the money, the seed products, I don't care how much it costs. For me and my husband in our household, we're buying it because it works. And I know we've tried other products. It works. There's nothing else out there. Okay.
You say that, I'm going to say this here.
Yes.
And they're going to watch this video, and he's a karate expert. He kicked my butt. And he was a diabetic, and he spent $200 on the seed nutrition, and he was non-diabetic. It was gone in 10 days. He said, these products are expensive. I said, so you got rid of diabetes in 10 days, so you save your vision from going blind, you save your legs, you save your kidneys, you save your eyes, you save your brain and your heart. If you lost those, would you pay $200 to get it all back?
Come on. Come on, somebody. I mean, what would you do?
I said, and then he said, well, maybe it's not expensive. Yes.
That's the truth.
I'm so glad you drove down from.
Thank you for having me, Doc.
Yeah, I mean, Memphis. We're gonna go eat some good soul food.
Yeah, so excited about that. Thank you, Doc.
I want to thank you, folks. If you know anybody with diabetes, hypertension, asthma, COVID-19, obesity, kidney failure, menstrual cramps, ED, vision problems, contact us. Get on the seed nutrition. Give yourself a fighting chance. A fighting chance. I want to thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Everyone wants to be healthy, and we should be. Our Creator designed an amazing, complex system intended to allow our body to heal itself if we give it what it needs. For example, if you cut your finger, it bleeds, a scab forms, and it heals. However, when our body does not receive what it needs, it begins to talk to us. It talks to us through symptoms or physical manifestations of disease. So, if your body is talking to you, you need to listen to Dr. Michael Vincent. Start your wellness journey today. Visit Dr. Vincent's website at www.vincentclinic.com or dial toll-free 888-842-3935 or 888-84-BEWELL. Be well.
So Donnie, you got a problem with your feet?
I have a problem with my leg, actually. I have like a damaged nerve.
A damage?
Right, and it goes down into my foot, and so my foot is swollen all of the time.
And you got pain and tenderness going on now?
Oh yeah, that's like 24 hours a day.
How much pain is there right now?
It's like a numb feeling.
A numb feeling?
Mm-hmm.
And how long has it been there?
Since 2007.
I do something called Therapy Systems.
You do something called what?
Therapy Systems.
Therapy systems.
Which suggests that your injury is 87% thought and 13% nutrition.
Okay.
We can use your body to fix your body. How about that?
Yes.
So put down your keys, please.
Do I need to get up?
Yes, ma'am. And you got numbers in your feet, you said?
Right.
Okay. Follow me. Clap your hands. Say right foot. Is it right foot?
Right foot.
Say right foot numbness.
Right foot numbness.
Give me a number. What- is it
10.
Right foot numbers out of 10. Say it.
Right foot number out of 10.
Right foot numbers out of 10.
Right foot numbers out of 10.
Foundations.
Foundation.
Grounding.
Grounding.
I need to stand up to him.
I need to
Stand up to him.
stand up to him.
I need to move forward
I need to move forward
with my life.
with my
Okay,
life.
stop. What is it now? The numbers, what is it now?
It's like, wow.
What is it?
It's like 6 or so.
Come on, come on. Right foot numbers at a 6.
Like
Right foot numbers at a 6.
right foot numbers at a 6.
Remaining.
Remaining.
Right foot numbers at a 6.
Right foot number at a 6.
Foundation.
Foundation.
Grounding.
Rounding.
I must stand up to him
I must stand up to him.
and I can move forward with my
I
life.
can move forward with my life.
What is it now?
It's a little tight, but it's not as tingly.
Give me a number.
I say 5.
Okay. Now you say tightness or numbness. What is it?
It's the knee is tightening. It's like a little tightness.
No.
The numbness, I don't feel as much.
Now we're only doing the feet. What's in the feet?
What feet?
Your foot. It was a 10. What is it?
It's like a 3, I guess.
Come on. Only the feet. Say right foot numbness at a 3.
Right foot numbness at a 3.
Foundations.
Foundation.
Grounding.
Grounding.
I can now
I can now
stand up to him.
stand up to him.
I can now
I can now
stand up to him.
stand up to him.
Then I can now
I can now
move forward
move forward
with my life.
with my life.
Foot only. What's your foot numbness?
It's kind of like going away.
Give me a number.
Give you a number
Only the foot.
under the foot. I guess around a 2-ish.
Come on. Come on. You gotta say Y-A-D. Say yeah. What is it now? Only the foot. Foot only. Not the knee, the foot.
It's better.
Give me a number.
I'm still at a 2, I guess.
Okay, where's it at?
A 2
Okay, where? Point to it. Top, bottom, where?
on the top.
On the top.
Top.
Hit here then.
The other hand.
Nuh-uh. Hit here.
Oh, okay.
Say right foot numbers at a 2.
Right foot numbness at a 2.
Right foot numbers at a 2.
Right foot numbers at a 2.
Foundations.
Foundation.
Grounding.
Grounding.
I must stand up to him.
I must stand up to him.
What is it now? Your right foot only.
It's better. It sounds
I need a number.
0.
0. Let's do your right knee.
Okay.
What's going on with your right knee?
It's tight.
Give me tightness. Give me a number.
10.5.
Take this elbow hand like this here. Do this here. No. Other one. Follow me. Say right knee tightness at a 10.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
Say it again.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
Say it again.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
Say fear in my kidneys. Fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
I must stand up to him.
I must stand up to him.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
What is it now?
A 10.
It's still a 10? Mm-hmm. Okay, now I'm going to take this here and I'm going to move that knee back in place. Say right knee tightness at a 10. Say it.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
Say it.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
Okay, move it around now. What is it now?
It's about an 8.
Okay. Say it.
Right knee tightness at a 10.
At 8.
Right knee tightness at an 8.
Say fear my kidney.
Fear my kidney.
Fear my kidney.
Fear my kidney.
Okay, what is it now?
It's still about an 8.
Okay, where's it at?
My knee
Okay, where?
here.
Okay, now, here. Say remaining right knee tightness at an 8.
Right, remaining right knee tightness at an 8.
Fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
I must stand up to him.
I must stand up to him.
What is it now?
It's about a 6.
Sing a song. Say, yeah. What is it now?
It's tingling.
I need a number.
I need a number. It's about a 5.
Yeah. Say, fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
Remain in attendance at a 5.
Remaining attendance at a 5.
What is it now?
5.
Okay, now. Say, yeah. What is it now?
It's about a 4.
Okay, say remain in attendance at a 4.
Remaining attendance at a 4.
Fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
H-E-H, say, ha. Move it around. What is it now?
4.
Still a 4? Okay, where's it at?
And still in my knee.
On both sides?
Correct.
From a 10 down to a 4, 3 minutes, right? How long has it been there?
The pain?
Uh-huh.
About, I don't know, 7 years.
3 minutes, almost gone? Okay, now, tap here. Here. Tap there. Say remaining right knee pain at a 4.
Right knee pain at a 4. Remaining right pain at a 4.
I gotta stand up to him.
I gotta stand up to him.
What is it now?
Like a 2.
Say, I can now stand up to him.
I can now stand up to him.
Fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
And I can now
And I can now
kick him to the curb.
kick him to the curb.
What is it now?
It's loose.
Now, how's your foot pain?
It's not numb anymore.
It was numb for how long?
It's been numb for quite some time.
What, a year, 2 years, 5 years?
5 years or more.
It was going in how many minutes? 3 minutes?
I guess.
How about your knee pain?
It's still there, but not as bad.
I need it.
I need a number. I'd say a 3.
Where is it at?
It's still here.
Here, follow me. Say remaining knee pain at a 3.
Remaining knee pain at a 3.
Fear in my kidneys.
Fear in my kidneys.
Say yeah. What is it now?
Still about a 3.
Say ha. Move it around. Give me a number.
1.
Come on, I like ha then. Come on. Ha. What is it now?
It's better.
Give me a number.
It's still at a 1.
No.
It's still there.
No. Move it around. Give me a number.
1. It's still there.
Where's it at?
It's still in 1.
Now maybe you got to move it around a little bit. We got to back it. Move it around.
You redirect. You send it back.
What is it?
It's like a 3.
Okay. Let me. What is it now?
Okay, it's back at a 1.
Okay. Gotta go this way. What is it now? Huh?
It's still at a 1. I can still feel it, but it's not as tight.
Well, I recommend that we got something called seed nutrition.
What?
It's called seed nutrition,
Seed nutrition.
and we have people use that. The seed of the seed, like black cumin seed, it's said to heal everything but death. But we get the seed that made the seed, and it's 30 times more potent than the seed you can buy in the store. So we got the seed nutrition. I recommend you contact us to buy that, and you do that. That knee and your foot, in my opinion, will be back in balance.
Everyone wants to be healthy, and we should be. Our Creator designed an amazing, complex system intended to allow our body to heal itself if we give it what it needs. For example, if you cut your finger, it bleeds, a scab forms, and it heals. However, when our body does not receive what it needs, it begins to talk to us. It talks to us through symptoms or physical manifestations of disease. So, if your body is talking to you, you need to listen to Dr. Michael Vincent. Start your wellness journey today. Visit Dr. Vincent's website at www.vincentclinic.com or dial toll-free 888-842-3935 or 888-84-BEWELL. Be well.
Hi, my name is Dr. Michael Vincent. I'm here to discuss the true epidemic in the Black church, which is diabetes and obesity. What I'm finding in my practice, the patients I'm seeing with diabetes is loss of eyesight, blindness, loss of limb, a leg or foot, amputation, erectile dysfunction, hypertension, kidney failure, heart attack and stroke. And diabetes has a friend. It's called obesity and a cousin called hypertension. This is the true epidemic in the Black church. I teach my students the sickest place on Sunday at 12 noon is the Black church. The diabetes, the hypertension, the obesity. I'm here to bring to you some good news. We got something called seed nutrition. Seed nutrition. Go back to the seed. I teach a course called Therapy Systems, something I created. It talks about that the seed of disease, the seed of diabetes, is lack of sweetness ancestrally. That diabetes is 87% thought and 13% nutrition. You will learn as you watch us, people who are diabetic for 6.5 years, taking blood sugar 400 to 600, 6.5 years, A1C 13 to 18.2, very, very high, 6.5 years, taking metformin twice a day, plus glucophage twice a day, plus insulin once a day, and the blood sugar stayed at 400 to 600, and the A1C stayed 13 to 18 for 6.5 years. When she learned the true seed of her diabetes was the thought of lack of sweetness, the thought of lack of sweetness, of being slavery ancestor, the thought. You're gonna hear testimony. He took something called a Vincent vibration water and addressed the thought, the seed of her diabetes. Overnight, her blood sugar went down to 89 without medication, overnight, off of all medications. We have some seed nutrition that we use that people are getting rid of diabetes in 2 weeks. So please join us, follow us, and learn how to change your life.